Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Cage Siders. Jeremy Long, along with the coach, Angelo Reis. We've got a very special guest in studio with us right now. Dan Tom from Protect Your Neck podcast.
Love that podcast.
Love that podcast.
I've been in it. I love it.
Good for you. Because what you don't love, apparently, is picking the right winners.
Oh, that's cold.
Last week in our picks, I went 3 for 3. Angelo, the coach, went 1 for 3. You know, shame.
Controversy.
Shame on you. Shame on your family.
You cheated and you know it.
No, come on.
Ooh, he's coming
No,
strong.
see, that's powerful words right there. It's not in the rule book, right, Dan?
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's
I
official.
said it earlier in the show. If you ain't cheating,
There
you
you go.
ain't trying.
There you go.
All right, so we're going to have another round of picks this week.
Okay.
This week is UFC Kansas City, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll be in Kansas City this weekend on Saturday. Demetrious Johnson actually headlining that one, defending the title.
Right. Again.
Yeah,
Looking for
no.
another successful defense against Wilson Hayes. I always say his name wrong. Wilson Hayes. So let's. I'm gonna have our guests break it down first. What do you see in this fight?
On this one.
Well, we all know who the favorite is. That's, of course, Wilson. Just kidding. Demetrious Johnson. No, but yes, he is the favorite, the champion, and we know why. In my opinion, he is the best active pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He can kind of mix it up, and mixing it up is going to essentially be on the key for this whole fight, especially on the feet. It's that volume and variety. Now, even though Wilson Hayes is the underdog, there are a few key spots, which I'm going to highlight right now, where he can potentially score the upset. Now, all 10 of Wilson Hayes' finishes are by way of submission, but, you know, that doesn't mean he can't hurt someone with strikes. This is MMA.
Right.
And Wilson Hayes is a southpaw, and he has the best weapon a southpaw, in my opinion, could have, which is a liver kick. No matter how tough your chin is, the liver can shut you down. And again, he doesn't have any official stops by strikes, but some of those submissions that he's finished fights with have been set up by strikes. So if he can touch Demetrious Johnson's liver, he might be able to open his way up for a finish. But that's going to be tough because Johnson, with that volume and variety, he too will go to a southpaw stance to manage distance, which I imagine he's going to do in this fight. And when you add the two southpaws, that kind of limits that window for the liver kick. So those are the things to look for in the feet. Now on the ground, I still give the champion the edge. Demetrious Johnson, all around, wrestling top to bottom in transition. He's an amazing grappler, but Wilson Hayes is a world champion in the gi and outside of the gi. We've seen it translated well, and more importantly, he can create scrambles. So the essential thing is I don't think he can out-grapple Demetrious Johnson position for position, but if Wilson Hayes can create those scrambles with his X-guard, one of his specialties. I've actually grappled with Hayes, and I've got 50 pounds on the guy, but you know when the chef is twirling the pizza up with the pizza dough, that was me, the pizza dough that is, and the chef was Wilson Hayes. And granted, I'm not comparing myself to the champion by any means. I'm just saying this is a specialty of Hayes when you watch him grapple. I think it's these little spaces there. If he can create it, we could see some capitalization. 7 of those 10 submission wins are by way of rear naked choke. And Demetrious Johnson tends to turtle and give his back sometimes. Things to look for. Again, my pick here, I don't know what your guys are. My pick's the champion at the end of the day. But there are those key things to look for Wilson Hayes.
He is good, and he could almost sway you to pick against DJ, but my official pick for this fight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Demetrious Johnson, mainly because Matt Hume, in my opinion, is one of the very best coaches we've seen in mixed martial arts, and I can't go against Coach Matt Hume, so I'm going Demetrious Johnson.
Yep.
Jeremy?
DJ. I'm going DJ all the way.
All right.
Simply because you guys said it.
Okay.
I trust this man. All right, Rose, Michelle Waterson.
Rose NAMAJUNAS, Michelle Waterson.
Very
break
quickly.
It down.
Wow, this might be the most tightest fight on the card. Stand-up wise, I love it. Rose NAMAJUNAS, she comes from Trevor Whitman's school, out in there, Denver, Colorado. She breathes, she binds together the traditional, Muay Thai with also kickboxing. Whereas Michelle Waterson, I've got a soft spot for karate strikers, but she's not just a karate striker. She too has embraced the art of Muay Thai as she's gotten later into her career. She's really talented. In fact, she delineates her kicks from her lead foot. You'll see more traditional karate kicks and her back power side. That's where you see the Thai kicks and the leg kicks. So it's going to be an interesting battle at range, but even though I give a slight edge as far as diversity and being the more technical striker to, yes, the karate hottie Michelle Waterson, I believe NAMAJUNAS has that key advantage at range. It's her jab, something the coach here is very familiar with. She really times it well. It's not that she just has, a 3-inch length advantage as far as her reach and a 4-inch, kicking advantage, that she knows how to use it. She will step in with her jab and keep herself long, but she will also back up when the follow-up is not there. In other words, when the opponent's counter shot threat outweighs the follow-up, she's smart and she'll back up. And when the opponent chases her, she's right there with another left hand to greet her. And I think that's going to, save her here. It allowed her to fight back into her fights with Tisha Torres, and it allowed her to stay in the fight with Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Both two close contested split decision fights. One Rose won, one she lost. I expect another close fight here, but it's ultimately going to come down to the grappling, guys. Okay.
So who's your pick?
Oh, the pick's
Very
going
quickly.
to be. Okay,
Who's your pick?
The pick's going to be Rose by decision. I don't think either girl can finish each other. They're both tough and durable.
Okay.
I think Rose has got a more well-rounded.
Coach, very
I'm
quickly.
going very quickly Michelle Waterson by finish, and I'll even say knockout.
Woo!
Michelle Waterson by knockout.
Right before we go to break,
Karate hottie.
Souza Whitaker, blind pick.
Who's your pick, though?
Oh, for
what?
Michelle Waterson, because I saw the bikini competition video.
Okay, all right.
Strong analysis.
All right, Jacare versus Whitaker.
Oh, this is my upset of the card. If you guys wanted to know, I got Whitaker
Okay.
here. Watch out for the left hook.
Okay, he says Whitaker. I'm going
Jacare.
Alligator Jacare Souza by submission.
I'm going Whitaker, actually. I like Whitaker. So we're going to go to break. When we come back, have a little bit more right here from the Cage Siders. Thank you so much, Dan Tom.
Thank you, Dan.
Protect Your Net podcast. We'll be right back.